Hello and welcome to the TenKei ATM YouTube channel. I paused because there's a couple of things I need to do just over here, a bit of housekeeping. And the housekeeping is as such, I don't want to lose what part I'm on. So we are on, this video is called How to Set Up a MetaTrader 4 Account Part 5. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm tiling two charts vertically next to each other, side by side. But then again, you could add more charts down here. I just want to show you something. I'm going to go over to, I've already added some charts. So to add new charts, you can actually go to File, click on New Chart, and these are the charts which are already in our folder, in our file. So I want to add another DAX chart, GE30. Okay, here we are. And then imagine we've added another chart. What do? Do we kind of take this and manually drag it across, etc.? It's always easier to take it from a corner, by the way, and move, say for instance I wanted to size this to the full screen of this chart. Take the corner, drag over here, take this corner and drag over here. Yep, rather than taking this over here like this, and then dragging this up there and dragging that down there. Yeah. The path of least resistance. I don't know if you like that word, but it means, simply, let's make life easy for yourself. Just drag corners. But anyway, I'll put this third chart on there, and you can have as many charts as you want on here, and we can go to Window and Tile vertically, gives us the third chart. So let's put 3 charts in there, and drag this down here, and click, drag, click, drag. Now what I want to do is I want to sort these out in order, whereas on this end here, I mean, it's up to you. You can have on this end here or on this end, either on the far left or the far right, you can have your TPT chart. Okay, so TPT chart is your total profit target chart. So imagine if you had a total profit target chart here, you could have the TenKei 7.0 EA here, and another one, another TenKei 7.0 EA here, or you can have your own EA here, your own EA here. You can have as many charts as you want here, and all the charts in this case, to the right of this chart here, which is going to be the TPT chart, the manager. All these here, you can have as many as you want here, but only one TPT. And normally the TPT, I always make that a daily chart. Now, remember, since we can't see this over here, so if you have a small screen, you cannot see over here, simply go to Charts and go to Time Frames and click on Daily. In order to do that, you must make sure that the chart that you want to choose has been highlighted. So in the case of this being highlighted, this chart here is a slightly darker shade than these two here. Okay, also watch this. Well, if we click over here, now this chart has been chosen, and this chart here we want to make a 1 minute chart. So what do? Click on Charts, go down to Time Frames, go to 1 minute. Another way to know that we're on that chart itself is down here, right here, we can see this chart's highlighted. If we want to go back to this, which is now a daily chart, we can click here, or let's go back to the 1 minute chart, or to go back to the daily chart, we click here. Now, if we want to go to this chart over here, we can click on this chart here, or we can look for it, find it down here. Now, because this chart was the last chart to come on to join, it's now here. And in between these two, you have the UK 100, which is a FTSE. Can you see it? FTSE 100. You have the US 30, which is the Dow. You have the GER 30, which is the DAX. I like things to be all in order. So what we could do is we can take this and push this or drag this. Click. I'm clicking on it, left clicking, and dragging it all the way over to the end. And I want to take this, click, and drag it all the way over to the end,
and I'll take this last one here, click, and drag it all the way over to the end. Now, since this chart here, which is says H1, it's hourly, since it's the last one I shifted, moved, it's been highlighted, so I want to make this hourly chart similar to this, a 1 minute chart. So I'm going to go over here to charts, click here, go to time frames, go to 1 minute, and now we have our 3 charts in nice order. 1, 2, 3 being a daily chart, a 1 minute chart. It's M1, but M1 means a minute chart, 1 minute chart, and an M1 here, 1 minute chart. And they are all over here, which I always like my TPT, which the TPT is going to be going on here, the daily chart, to be right at the very end. So in actual fact, we can make this chart here 1 minute. So you go to charts, time frames, 1 minute, and we can just, when you want to minimize this, don't click this button, otherwise you'll close it all down altogether. Minimize. We can make this chart a 1 minute here. Let's just do this here, 1 minute. So you don't need to click on the chart. As long as we clicked here, the tab, just go straight to your charts, straight to time frames, click on 1 minute. This is now the dollar yen, same thing, charts, time frames, 1 minute. This is the US dollar. No, sorry, not US dollar. This is a Dow, sorry, US. Charts, time frames, 1 minute. And finally, the FTSE. Charts, click, down, time frames, click. And now, all a bit messy, but I don't want these charts up, so I'm going to minimize this one. Remember, not close it, don't want to expand it either. So if I expand that, for instance, and I look to the FTSE is expanded. If I look over here, on this, the daily, what we set up before, they're all expanded to a full chart. Okay, so I don't want that. So I want to minimize that. So we're back to these again. So if we close these, minimize these all the way down, let's see, let's clear the space here. Get rid of you for now. Minimize, 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 and then call these 3 back up. 1, 2, 3. There we are. Okay, so next will be how to set up a MetaTrader 4 account, part 6. So take your time, play around with it. It's great fun, actually, playing around with this, but this is how to set up your charts. Okay, we'll be back. Thank you.